Hello, my name is Seema Madhavan. I'm a registered nurse in the dual Master of Science, Master of Public Health program at Hunter College, City University of New York. Today, we'll be talking about foodborne illness at a glance. My purpose today is to summarize recent statistics pertaining to foodborne illness with a focus on non-typhoidal salmonella trends in New York City. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, every year about 17% of the U.S. population gets sick, 128,000 people are hospitalized, and 3,000 die due to foodborne illness. Foodborne illness costs the U.S. $152 billion in healthcare, workplace, and other economic losses annually. The disease burden caused by foodborne illness is preventable and leads to increased healthcare costs and undue suffering. Increasing awareness and understanding of foodborne illness will facilitate disease prevention. This presentation aims to increase awareness of foodborne illness. Here is my table of contents for today. On slide 4, we will discuss a table from the CDC which lists out pathogens which caused foodborne illness in the U.S. from 2000 to 2008. Slide 5 will present the top 3 contributors to foodborne illness in the U.S. in 2011. On slide 6, there will be a line graph illustrating the salmonella incidence per 100,000 population in New York City from 2003 to 2012. Slide 7 will show a breakdown of reported cases of salmonella in 2014 by New York City borough. Slide 8 will detail reported cases of salmonellosis in New York City by poverty level in 2014. On slide 9, I will conclude this presentation with a summary. This table from the CDC lists pathogens which cause foodborne illnesses in the U.S. from 2000 to 2008. It features 31 known pathogens. Besides these, there are also unspecified agents, defined as agents with insufficient data to estimate agent-specific burden, known agents not yet identified as causing foodborne illness, microbes, chemicals, or other substances known to be in food whose ability to cause illness is unproven, and agents not yet identified. Since they can't be tracked like the pathogens on this chart, unspecified agents are simply estimated using symptom-based reporting, such as acute gastroenteritis. This bar graph shows the top 3 pathogens which contributed to foodborne illness in the U.S. in 2011. Foodborne illness is difficult to trend for a few reasons. Firstly, eating out at restaurants has become much more common. Most foods, particularly foods prepared in restaurants, have many components with many points of origin and many possible ways of becoming contaminated. Also, not all who are symptomatic seek medical attention and would therefore not even be accounted for in these statistics. Finally, there is no standardization for reporting gastrointestinal symptoms. This line graph shows the incidence of salmonella infection cases per 100,000 population in New York City. The graph starts off around 16 cases and then goes up and down by 1 to 2 cases until 2010, when it went back up to 2003 levels. There was then a sharp decrease in the number of cases between 2010 and 2011. As you can see, salmonella rates start creeping back up again in 2012. This pie chart shows the number of reported salmonella cases in each New York City borough in 2014. Staten Island had the least, and Brooklyn had the most. However, during my research, I also found crude rates per 100,000 population for each borough, and when I looked at those, I found that the Bronx has the highest crude rate at 13.3, Brooklyn is second with a crude rate of 12.5, and Staten Island comes again last with a crude rate of 7.4 per 100,000 population. This table shows the reported cases of salmonellosis in New York City by poverty level in 2014. The different poverty levels are broken down by how many percentage points below the federal poverty level each category is. The data shows that salmonella infection rates are highest among those in the high poverty category, but the crude rate per 100,000 population is highest among those in the very high poverty category. In summary, foodborne illness is difficult to track for many reasons. There are multiple ways that food can be contaminated. There's a lack of reporting on the part of those infected, as well as the healthcare providers caring for them. Restaurants can complicate the picture because it's tedious to investigate all hygiene practices and the origin and travel routes of each ingredient used. There are 31 known pathogens, but it's not known how many are unknown because they can't be tracked. Salmonella is one of the top 3 pathogens contributing to foodborne illness in the U.S. Salmonellosis incidence in New York City has decreased in recent years, but it still disproportionately affects those living in poverty. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.